What is up, everyone, and welcome back. Today, we are going all the way back to the very beginning. I'm talking about the one chapter that started it all, that launched one of the greatest adventures in history. We are diving deep into Chapter 1 of One Piece, Romance Dawn, the birth of a legend. Everything, and I mean everything, starts right here, with these last words from the legendary king of the pirates, Gold Roger. This was a man who had it all: wealth, fame, power, you name it. And right there, at his own execution, with the whole world watching, he doesn't go quietly. No, he throws down the gauntlet. He basically tells the entire world, "You want my treasure? Come and get it." And with that one speech, he kicks off the great pirate era, a worldwide scramble for his ultimate treasure, the One Piece. But you know, this massive, epic story of kings and legendary treasures, it doesn't start on some grand stage. We zoom all the way in from the entire world to one small, quiet village, where a totally different kind of legend is just getting started. So here we are, Fuchsia Village. And for the last year, it's been the home base for a pretty notorious pirate crew. You can see their flag right there, flying in the wind. A skull with those 3 red scars. It's like a symbol of the adventure that's just washed up on these quiet shores. And this is where we meet our 2 main guys. On the left, you've got this little kid, Monkey D. Luffy, who is so desperate to prove he's tough enough for the pirate life that he literally stabs himself under the eye. And on the right, that's the man he's trying to impress, the super laid-back, legendary captain of the Red Hair Pirates, red-haired Shanks, who honestly just finds the whole thing hilarious. So why is this kid so obsessed? I mean, just look at these guys. For Luffy, being a pirate isn't about stealing and being scary. It's about what Shanks and his crew are all about. It's the adventure, the friendship, and more than anything, it's about pure, absolute freedom on the big, wide open ocean. It's a life that's just one big party, and he wants in so bad. But, Luffy's whole romantic, picture-perfect idea of what a pirate is, it's about to get hit with a serious dose of reality. The party's about to be crashed, and a pretty harsh lesson is coming right along with it. And there he is, Higuma, the mountain bandit leader. He doesn't knock, he just kicks the door clean off its hinges and struts in, demanding booze. The difference between him and the pirates is just immediate. He's not cool, he's not free, he's just a loud, arrogant jerk. And this slide just breaks it down perfectly, right? Shanks and his crew, they're genuinely strong, so they have nothing to prove. They're just laughing, singing, and living life. Higuma and his guys, on the other hand, are just insecure bullies. Their whole idea of strength is just picking on people they know they can beat. It's the difference between real confidence and just petty arrogance. So Higuma starts making fun of Shanks, smashes a bottle, and pours booze all over his head. It is just a moment of pure, total disrespect. And for Luffy, who's just sitting there watching his hero get publicly humiliated, it's just devastating. He's waiting for Shanks to explode, for the big fight to start. But Shanks just sits there, soaking wet, and does absolutely nothing. And after Higuma leaves, Shanks doesn't get mad. He doesn't plot revenge. He and his entire crew just look at each other and burst out laughing. And this is the whole point, the lessons Shanks is trying to show everyone. Getting some booze spilled on you? It's nothing. It's not worth getting worked up about. Some fights just are not worth your time. But Luffy? Oh, he does not get it. Not at all. To him, this isn't wisdom, it's just weakness. It's cowardly. He's screaming at Shanks, just absolutely furious that his hero let himself get pushed around like that. And this deep, burning anger is what triggers the single most impulsive and important decision of his entire life. And in that moment, filled with all this anger and confusion, Luffy does something that's going to grant him an incredible power, but it comes at a terrible, truly ironic cost. So he's fuming, right? And he just grabs this weird-looking fruit from a chest on the bar and starts stress eating it. The second Shanks realizes what he's done, he rushes over, grabs Luffy, and then, boing! Luffy's arm stretches all the way across the room. Just look at the pure shock on everyone's faces. They know exactly what just happened. Okay, so what in the world just happened? Luffy ate what's called a devil fruit. These things are mystical treasures of the sea. If you eat one, you get some kind of crazy, superhuman power. The catch? It's a big one. The sea itself rejects you and you lose the ability to swim. Forever. You just sink like a stone. The fruit Luffy ate was the gum gum fruit, and it's turned his entire body into rubber. And as Shanks is yelling at him, you can just see the horrible irony sink in. This little kid whose entire dream is about being a pirate and living on the ocean can now never, ever go in the water again. He's become a literal human anchor. So now his body's all weird, he thinks his heroes are a bunch of cowards, and this is it. This is Luffy's first real test. He's about to show everyone, and more importantly himself, what his idea of strength really looks like. So a little time passes, and the red hair pirates are out at sea. Luffy's still hanging out at the bar, and he's still totally convinced they're all just a bunch of wimps. He's telling Makino, the bartender, that a real man has to stand up for himself no matter what. He has completely missed the point about choosing your battles. And what do you know? Speak of the devil, the bandits walk right back in. With Shanks not around to cower, Luffy decides it's on him now. He has to defend their honor. This tiny kid, all by himself, stands up to a whole gang of dangerous, armed men. He screams at Higuma to take back what he said about Shanks, and then we see it. The first ever use of the gum-gum powers in a real fight. Their punches and kicks just bounce right off of his new rubber body. He's not strong, not even close, but man is he resilient. But yeah, being made of rubber doesn't make you invincible. Higuma easily overpowers him, pins him down, and starts stomping on his face. But just look at Luffy's expression. Even while he's getting totally beaten, he is defiant. He's still screaming, "You'd better apologize." This right here, this is the core of his character. His real power was never going to be the rubber. It's this unbreakable spirit. And this is where the story takes a massive, dramatic turn. Just as Higuma is about to end it, Shanks and his crew show up, and this time, they are not laughing. Shanks just calmly tells the bandit, "You can spill drinks on me, you can mock me, but you will never harm my friends." A bandit pulls the gun to Shanks' head, and in a flash, Lucky Roo just shoots him. That's when Higuma realizes the difference between playing tough and being the real deal. He grabs Luffy and escapes to the sea, only to get eaten by a giant sea king. The monster then turns on Luffy, and just as it's about to strike, Shanks is there. He saves Luffy, but it costs him his arm. Then, staring down that monster, Shanks scares it away with a single terrifying glare. That is true strength. It's not about winning every stupid little argument, it's about being willing to sacrifice everything for the people you care about. Back on the shore, Luffy is just sobbing. Not because he's hurt, but because of what Shanks gave up for him. As the red hair pirates get ready to leave for good, Luffy declares that one day he's going to get his own crew, find a treasure even better than Roger's, and become the king of the pirates. And Shanks, seeing that incredible fire in his eyes, takes off his beloved straw hat and puts it on Luffy's head. "Bring this back to me one day," he says, "when you've become a great pirate." That hat is now Luffy's treasure. It's his promise. And that is the unbelievable foundation that Oda built in just one chapter. So, what do you think is the most important lesson Luffy learned here? Let me know down in the comments. And hey, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives. I'll catch you on the next one.